Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's video, as promised, I'm gonna give you a tour of finished house. I've been working on this house for over a month now, and hence I haven't posted any videos because honestly it was really hard to concentrate on making videos while doing all of that. I was receiving a lot of packages, unpacking everything, and it wasn't as comfortable to record as I was hoping for. Now, in hindsight, I wish I recorded a little more. I did post a couple of pictures on Instagram, and then I, obviously shared the links to the Airbnb. So you can definitely see the nicely taken, beautiful pictures that I took. Compliment to myself.
Ooh, this is nice.
I'm going to be sharing the link in the description. So you can, if you haven't seen it, you can see it for yourself. We actually just had 2 bookings back to back. So hopefully this property performs as well as I'm hoping for. But yeah, let's just go around the house and I'll show you everything that I've done so far. Here we go, ladies and gents. Upon entering the property, you will be greeted with this living room. I went with a green couch. There is a theme. I'm actually being made fun of at this point because we have so many green couches in pretty much every property we own. We have green couches in other Airbnb. We have a green couch in our office. We have a green couch in my house. So a lot of velvet green couches. But again, I went with the green couch for this one. I just felt like it would look good here. I got these 2 mid-century modern mustard yellow chairs and an olive tree. I don't know, there's something about olive trees that I really like. Now, this entertainment console, I actually repurposed. This used to be my personal entertainment console. I basically changed the legs on it. I got the legs from Amazon. It looks great. I was able to repurpose it, and I think it fits the style of the house really well. We have a 60-inch Samsung TV with a Apple TV. Here's an accent wall that I did. We ended up putting, some hooks, a mirror, and this piece right here for the shoes and for people to sit down and change their shoes when they're here. Disregard some of the stuff. I got my backpack here and a carrying case for my microphone. But anyway, so I believe last time I was showing you the house, we already had some of these chairs, but 2 of them were delayed. Honestly, it took about 2.5 weeks to receive the other 2. Also, I'm not sure if you saw this table, but I refinished this table. This table originally came in this kind of orangey wood look, which we didn't really like. So I ended up sanding the top. I took the top off, I sanded it, and I stained it with clear. And then I painted the legs. I don't know, we really like it. We decided to put some art. I picked up all the art at Home Goods. It fits the design of the house really well. Outdoor, I'm still waiting for a table to come in, but I'm not gonna not rent the house because the table didn't come in. I don't think this is a very important piece of the furniture. However, we got 2 chairs. That's all I could fit in here. Down the road, I'm thinking to do something with the backyard because it's a decent sized backyard, so we definitely could do something with it. Last time you guys were here with me, this garage was a complete mess. I cleaned it out. It's ready for our future guests. They can park 2 cars, or I'm thinking of putting a ping pong table or some sort of entertainment for them. No, I don't suggest dumping too much money into properties without getting some data first. And by data, I mean you need to get at least 8 months of bookings to see how the property is performing off season and during the season to see if you're doing something right or you have to make adjustments. Anyhow, we're moving upstairs. This room was originally designed to be an office because it has no closet, but obviously we're renting the place, so we ended up making this room a kid's room. It was big enough for a bunk bed, so we put a twin size bunk bed, a kid table, and a nightstand in here. Okay, so the laundry room is motion sensor activated, so if I don't move around, it will turn off. But yeah, we got Samsung washer and dryer. Nothing special here. Moving along. This is a first guest room. We got a queen size bed, nightstands, a little bit of art. I'm thinking of painting the wall down the road. Didn't have time for it. I really need to rent this place out at this point, but I'm thinking of painting the wall. Nothing special, just painting it in a different color, just to give it a little bit of a pop. Over here, we have 2 full-size beds, a TV, a fake plant. I didn't hang any art here. painting a wall as well. That wall right there. Again, just to give it a pop. The guest bathroom. I hung that shelf over there. Towels are ready for the guests. And finally, the master. Now, I worked on the master the longest because I wanted to make it special. Starting with this accent wall. It took me 2 days to prep everything, cut everything, and come up with a design. But I think in the end it came out good. We have a beige and blue theme going on in this room. A blue chair. Now, remember when I told you that that office space wasn't the most functional space in the room if I was to put an office in there? Well, instead of that, I put a desk in this master bedroom because it's massive. Moving along, I got some art pieces here. I bought them from Amazon. They look great. Gives it like 3D effect, especially if you look at it from far. We got a TV, a full-size standing mirror, and a dresser. Not much was done in this bathroom. I'm thinking of putting some artwork down the road, but you know, it's a brand new bathroom. It wasn't necessary to put anything in here. Finally, now that we went through the house and I showed you the final product and how we staged it, let's go over the numbers and discuss what the potential earnings that we could see from renting this property on Airbnb and VRBO. Hey guys, future self here. As I promised in a previous segment of this video, I will go over the numbers behind a decision making of buying this property and just explain as to why we invest into these properties in general. All right guys, this is the Google Sheet or Excel, it doesn't matter what app you're using, but this is a Google Sheets sheet that I have put together. I use this sheet to analyze the properties and to see how much I will be getting back on my investment, or in other words, cash on cash return. So let's break down the property that we recently purchased, and that would be the townhouse in downtown Orlando, the one that you saw in the previous part of this video. The property that you saw, we purchased for $485,000, and we put down roughly around $60,000 to, for a down payment and closing. And then we also spent about $14,000, which is right here, in initial expenses to furnish the place. And then our loan amount, $433,802. The interest rate is 3.56, and the loan term is 30 years. So our mortgage payment is $1,980.33 plus insurance and plus annual taxes. Daily average that I'm expecting to charge for this property, being it's brand new, it's 4-bedroom, 2.5 bathrooms, it has a big backyard, and it's nicely furnished. I'm expecting to charge about $320 on average, but it could vary all the way down to, I think, $250, and then all the way up to $370, depending on the season and depending on whether it's a business day or a weekend. Occupancy percentage for this property, I'm expecting to be about 60% on average. That's what I account for when I do my analysis, because I want to stay conservative. However, if you do it right, you can get a much higher percentage, to be honest. My first property that I purchased and I listed on Airbnb is doing way better than this now. I mean, initially it was about the same amount, so 60%, but now I feel like I'm getting anywhere from 75 to all the way up to 95% in some months, because I'm doing monthly. Overall, like I said, I account for 60%, and then that way you have that peace of mind. Average monthly revenue should be around $5,760. Again, I expect higher return, but let's be conservative here. Property taxes $400 a month, insurance $70. My insurance is really cheap on this property. It's about $70 because this is a brand new build. It's a townhouse. I put internet and water at $500. This is actually an overkill. I think it's going to be less. I think maybe around $350. But let's just put it at $500. Repairs and maintenance, you don't have to repair or maintain all the time. But at the moment, I have the repair and maintenance at $288 just to give myself a cushion. And then you have an Airbnb service charge, supplies again. We don't spend much because we do monthly instead of nightly. We don't spend a whole lot on supplies. We do buy detergent and we do buy a bleach. I think that would last us about a month. I'm also accounting for things like light bulbs or guests damage the towels or the sheets need to be replaced. So I'm giving myself a little cushion there. So actually I want to put this at $180 instead of $173. And then some miscellaneous expenses as well. So total monthly expenses, $2,302. Then you got annual gross income. Annual gross income should be around $70K. Again, this is depending on the season, depending on the day, depending on how the property performs. Annual operating expenses, $27,000. So net operating income or your cash flow should be around $41,000, which is great. Cap rate 8%. Initial cash investment is $80,000. That's including furniture. So cash on cash return, 22%. And now that I went through the numbers with you guys, I also wanted to mention as to why I purchased this particular property in Orlando with all the restrictions in Orange County, Florida. The property that I bought is in a very transitional neighborhood. It's in the heart of downtown Orlando. Let's say worst case scenario, I cannot get what I am expecting from it on Airbnb. I know with the current state of the market and how crazy the rents are and how much they've increased. For instance, the rental market in Orlando in the past year and a half has increased by almost 30%, meaning price for rentals is 30% up. I can find a long-term tenant for this property and I will be still all set.
We're not gonna go crazy spending our winnings, and we're not gonna let this money change us.
What are you talking about? This money is our ticket to the good life. Starting now. I just bought a giant room full of gold coins, and I'm gonna dive into it like Scrooge McDuck.
Like, it'll cover all my mortgage. I will have a small amount of cash flow. I will be still exposed to appreciation. So regardless of what I do, I am winning based on the area I purchased in. Let's say Airbnb went away tomorrow. Airbnb doesn't exist. Let's say the short-term rental market is completely collapsed. I know people will still need somewhere to live. And I know the size of the properties and the area it is and the schooling zone it is in is great. So I will still be able to cover my bases. That's just an additional information I wanted to convey in this video to let you know what goes into this decision making before I pull a trigger on any of these properties. Hopefully it helps you. And if you have any questions, like I said, please don't hesitate to reach out.